Yes. What? طب يا شباب خلينا get everyone يعني ايه؟ That should be كده ايه quick fun discussion hopefully. يا بنات. Get all the boys at the front. Yes. يلا شباب, take your positions. Hopefully it should be here. Quick fun presentation and then we go to the park inshallah for the food. But we need to spend some شباب. Mohammed Sulaiman, he went to pick up the pizza, but actually for the hike, and I asked Mohammed Sulaiman to buy snacks for the hike and to buy snacks for the girls, because we know that food is going to be a little bit late. And then Mohammed Sulaiman, for those who have been there in the camp, they understand what he meant. Okay, in the camp. He got two small boxes of crackers to feed 100 people 3 days in the breakfast. And now when I asked him for the snack, he's coming with 2 bags of chips. And then I was like, is this Muhammad what you got? And he said, do you need a 3rd bag? Yeah, I had to stop in safe way myself. فشباب, whenever you send Muhammad Sulaiman for food, you have to give him clear instructions, okay? And don't say Noor. Noor, do you want to go to make your assignments? Will you be able to do it before 9? Okay. We'll carry it away. Do you have all the girls or some of the girls are still out?
Yeah. Next time, take him for 4 bags.
Okay. Now, Mohammed Sulaiman, he needs clear instruction of, for example, how many pizzas, how many bags of chips, what type of snacks, or he's gonna eat. But I'm happy with I would love to go to the standards of Mohammed Sulaiman in eating. I would lose a lot of weight. طيب, listen يا شباب. There are things that I would like to make quickly. We have 2 hours حلقة. So I want to make sure يا شباب we go through this inshallah in an efficient way. I will be talking inshallah for a few minutes, and then the clubs are going to be taking turns. We have the basketball club, we have a fishing club. Anyone representing a soccer club or not? Or really? And then we have the robotics club. But I want to make sure يا شباب a couple of points. Listen يا وكيع. Listen okay before I come okay. I show you my taekwondo skills. طيب, point number 1 يا شباب. There are a couple of things that are annoying me. 2 things that are extremely annoying to me. The first one يا شباب is what is called bed rotting. You understand what this means?
Yes.
Whenever someone stays in bed till he gets rotten in bed and he is not moving, and he's just sitting with the phone in his bed 24/7 for a few days without moving. Unfortunately يا شباب, some of you turned out to be like this, and the big problem is even from the girl's side. What our understanding يا بنات of a girl, of a mom, is the one who wakes up way before Fajr to make her Qiyam al-Layl, prepare the food, and she is extremely active. Not the one who is a couch potato. She doesn't want to move anywhere. She's just sitting on her phone. But this is one thing that is annoying to me, and I want to change it. I have seen يا شباب the difference between TAMKEENers. When we started, I don't know how many years ago, but maybe 10 years ago or even more than 10 years ago, we started. the youth group, maybe 12, 13, 4. This is before even Noor was 10 years old. How old are you now, Noor? 10 and a half? That was يعني maybe 12 years ago. Before I would see whenever we tell the girls or the boys hiking, yes, okay. And I remember one of the girls who were the first, I would say she was the first girl admin when she planned a hike for the girl that was, how long is the creek? 12 miles? 10, 12 miles. And it is deep, steep, rocky, everything that you can imagine. And after the hike, they were happy. They say we feel accomplished. And it was wallahi an amazing. And she was even a soccer coach for the girls. So I'm sure, Hajar, do you remember when you used to come play with Coach Fatma? Fatma Mahfouz, you remember those days? How old were you back then, ya Hajar? You were very young at that time. Probably you were less than 10 years old to my memory. 11 or really? Okay. Type. Now you see you're 11 and a half now, correct? Uh, but that was even for the girls. But I have seen a switch in our youth because of the phones. I can testify how phones have changed our youth. In the old days, they were active. Whenever you tell them soccer or hiking or whatever, they all go together. And they are all talking together. With these phones, ya shabab, really everyone, he just want to be sitting on his phone watching nonsense, shorts that make no sense, and they are less active. Yes.
I wanted to add on to that point. Something unfortunately we saw a lot today in our hike was that we're on the hike, but people are looking down on the phones.
Yes. So you are on the hike and looking on. Wallah, shabab, please, yes, Hassouna.
What do you think that?
In defense of us, I actually learned a lot from watching the videos. I learned that.
I learned that a lot from watching the videos too. I told you, for example, my sheikh, he has 1600 videos, Sahih Bukhari. Did you watch them? It all depends what you watch, okay? But wallah, ya shabab, I can tell you, 12 years ago or more when we started, whenever you tell people soccer game, even wallahi for the girls and for the boys, everyone was active, everyone was running. You have changed a lot. And we want to make sure you get back to leaving your phones, enjoying being active. The other thing, ya shabab, which is also breaking the heart and it is more dangerous. And listen carefully. And one day you are going to become parents, ya shabab, to make sure this does not happen. People are skipping TAMKEEN and seeking the knowledge because of a soccer game, or skipping Sheikh Nabil because of a soccer game, because of a basketball game, because of a taekwondo game, because of anything they are doing. And it is not only skipping TAMKEEN, it is leaving TAMKEEN. At least some of you, shabab, your parents are, most of the people here, their parents are, mashallah, amazing. They are trying to bring you to TAMKEEN and they talk to me. Other people, they just disappear silently. And after a few years, we remember, yes, such and such used to attend TAMKEEN 5 years ago. Where is he now? He is running a DJ. And I told you this story last time. A cute boy who was here when he was 10 years old. And then I got the news, now he's running a DJ, he's drinking alcohol, he's doing everything haram that you can imagine. Plus, it is hard to tell he is a Muslim. It starts, ya shabab, by Ayman and Adam leaving TAMKEEN and going to a soccer game with non-Muslim people. Week after week after week, Ayman and Adam, they are gonna forget you, ya shabab, and they are gonna have friends with the non-Muslim community. It may not be dangerous whenever they are 7, 8 years old, although it is dangerous. But as they get older, ya shabab, they are gonna be dragged by these friends. And you know, I told you this expression before, you know, whenever you are watching a movie and then you tell people this is what will happen next. How did you know? I watched this movie before. But I can tell you the same thing, ya shabab. I have watched this movie many times. People who leave, listen, ya shabab, people who leave Tamkeen because of a soccer game or because of whatever, and then after a few years, where is he? He is a totally different person. But the goal here, ya shabab, is if we want to play soccer, why do we go and play soccer outside? If we have enough people to play soccer with. Do you remember my khatira last week, ya shabab? And I'm not sure if you got it or not. Everyone who came last week for the ice skating, I was telling them, Jazakumullah khair, everyone who came. Because if we didn't have enough people, we would not have been able to rent the ice rink exclusively for us. I told you this, ya shabab, last time. Maybe it sounded as if I'm joking, but I know what it means. If we did not have all of you, ya shabab, last time, how would you do ice skating? You will go to a public session. You will go to a public session. You are going to be skating with whom? With girls. And Noor, he's going to be skating, and you know where his eyes are going to be looking at. For those who are skating in front of him. فأجين يا شباب, you are valuable to each other. خلاص بقى, يعني you don't have to keep this description till we go to the park, okay? You are valuable يا شباب to each other, wallahi, and this is the value of you coming to Tamkeen. And whenever we say, and today, wallahi, ya shabab, I was mad at some people from the boys' side and girls' side who said we just want to come to the halqa. And even yani, our brother here, I was asking him when he came, why didn't you come to the activity? Because there was big context yesterday with the boys and the girls. You need to understand, ya shabab, the activities are extremely valuable. If it was not for all of you coming for ice skating last week, nor he would have been skating with girls, touching, bumping, intentionally or non-intentionally, Allahu A'lam, Allah knows best what he would be doing. Let's assume it is not in, oops, sorry, I did it, I saw, excuse me. And then another, you again? I excused you last time, a minute ago. But this is why, shabab, you are valuable to each other. Whenever you are playing soccer with each other, you are protecting Hassuna and Hamza and Ayman and Adam from having friends who will drag them to hell. And I mean it. And I have watched this movie before. Do you understand my point? This is why, shabab, Tamkeen is not a halaqa. Tamkeen is not a halaqa. The value of activity, and I was yelling at Noor yesterday because he said he has homework and he doesn't want to come. If you don't come, ya Noor, to the activity, okay, who is going to be taking care of Yasir and Omar? All the garbage inside the mind of Omar and Yasir. Who is going to be taking them out? You, ya Noor, whenever you were in their age, you had a lot of garbage in your mind. Yes or no? Yes, or I know what I mean it. When you were in their age, you were doing a lot of garbage. So you got your vaccination, your presence in the activity. It is valuable because I know Omar, he is on track of being garbage. And Yasir is on track of being garbage. And wallahi, I mean it. And if it is not you, ya Omar and Ridwan and whatever, Amjad and the older people, if you do not come to these activities and tell them, and you will spot, if you see Yasir is going through a love story with a crazy girl, you will stop him. If Ibrahim, he started to love a girl in the public school, you tell him this is wrong. If Omar is causing hard time to his parents, you tell him don't be garbage like me in the old days. If Hasuna is eating donuts, you tell him how you had to go on diet to fix your shape. Maybe a girl will accept you through. Dia, how much Dia had to go on a diet so we can stick him to a girl and get rid of him? We know what he went through and how many times he had to eat. We are in Tamkeen and no pizza for Dia, so that he would lose weight and we can get rid of him. And Alhamdulillah, it was successful. Now you can eat pizza today بقى خلاص, okay? Mission accomplished. فأجينا يا شباب والله you are valuable to each other. Our asset is the older Tamkeeners. It's not the halaqa. Halaqa can be okay. For sure, halaqa, I hope it is good. But the major asset of Tamkeen is the older Tamkeeners. So this is why I get crazy whenever Fatima tells me, I will skip after halaqa. Your job starts outside the halaqa. In the halaqa, I am the one who is talking. Your job is before and after halaqa, not, and then I'm leaving. Astaghfirullah al-Ali al-Azim. You have a job that everyone needs to do, ya shabab, and this is amana in front of Allah. So I mentioned, ya shabab, 2 points. Point number 1, which is, do not be lazy. Do not be couch potato. Do not be rotting in your beds. Point number 2, you have to do these activities together. It is protection of the deen. One more point, ya shabab, or a couple of quick points, but I need to mention, ya shabab. Why are we playing sports? Why do we do basketball? Why do we do taekwondo? Why do we do soccer? For 2 reasons. For fun or recreational purposes and exercise, to work out, to be healthy. Yes, sir. For what? No, this is not a legitimate reason. Here is, ya shabab, the point. I want to make sure, ya shabab, Ayman, listen to me carefully. Hasuna, listen, ya shabab. You cannot make a career by being a soccer player. It does not make sense. Whenever you have a career and you are making money, you have to be making a meaningful contribution. It does not make any sense to say, I'm going to be a soccer player and I'm going to make money. You are being paid for nothing. You are being paid for wasting other people's time. Do not watch soccer leagues. And what are the names? You know, Barcelona is playing against, give me the names. Real Madrid or those. No. Ahli and Zamalek and whatever. Do not waste your time. Do not watch the World Cup. Do not watch it. This is waste of time. Muhammad Salah, one of the worst examples. Deen-wise. Deen-wise. I don't want to be able to say Muhammad Salah, or even he's called the Mo Salah. He doesn't want to be called the Muhammad. And he does everything non-Muslims are doing. Mo Salah is an extremely bad example for our youth. Yes.
I remember once, my dad told me a story about Salah. He said once, like, the British, they offered alcohol, and he was like, no, I don't want any. He didn't even say it was wrong. He just said because he was scared of them.
Some of them are afraid of showing their deal or whatever. For coming back to this point, ya shabab, you are not going to be making career because you are a taekwondo master. No, this is not a career. I was playing a shabab sports when I was young a lot. I was going to competitions in different sports and I was on track. And you can guess, now I got a lot of weight, but maybe those who raced with me before, a couple of years ago, before I get too old, they know how fast I am. And those who arm wrestled with me, you can guess there are remnants of sports in me. But then I figured out I cannot make a career out of this. I have to be making useful contribution. And you don't want to be getting a scholarship in the university because you are a soccer player or basketball player because they're going to abuse your time. No. فأجينا يا شباب. Sports, take my advice. for recreation, to have fun, and to be healthy. Do not say I'm gonna make career out of it, and do not say I'm gonna get a scholarship. No, and do not watch World Cup games. Waste of time, and in my opinion, supporting those people, in my opinion, there is Shari concern. If someone, what is his name? Is he Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia? Yeah. Wallahi, it is because we are idiots and we are watching his games. They are paying him millions and billions of dollars because idiots like us who watch his games. Do not be part of this. Do not support this idiot trend. Do not watch these games. Play to have fun. Play to be healthy. Last point, Shabab, I want to mention, I don't want to go. This is my last point, inshallah. I don't know if what we will cover today will succeed or if it will fail. I don't know. Yusuf is very excited for robotics, but I am concerned. Are they gonna fail again? And yes, علموا أولادكم السباحة والرماية وركوب الخيل. This is not hadith. This saying, it is attributed to Umar ibn al-Khattab. The attribution to Umar ibn al-Khattab. Teach your kids السباحة, swimming, رماية, archery or shooting, ركوب الخيل, horse riding. It is not hadith of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. I don't know. Are we gonna be? I hope he succeeds. I hope, Shabab, you remember how I was excited for robotics. But I want to make sure there are real men if we do this. Let's start with basketball. Are you going to stay behind basketball and make it a reality? Or is it going to end up like Eye on the Ummah? No, I'm serious. Is it just, some excitement at the beginning and then we end up with another Eye on the Ummah? Yusuf, are you going to really manage it this time the right way? Or you and Omar and those people? Or are we going to end up like the Reflection article team and you added, mashallah, your amazing useless body in the review team to the robotics? Don't you have enough useless people in the robotics team? Where is the Reflection article work? Shabab, if you failed in Ayun the Ummah, you will fail in basketball. And if you succeed in basketball and you fail in Ayn the Ummah, it is bad. Same thing for you, Yusuf, Abashibna, and Omar. Are you going to succeed on robotics? Or is it going to be another Reflection review team? Or is it going to be again shooting for the last position in the league? Do not be fragile. Accept the criticism. Do not say, but we did. No, this will not fly. And some of the parents or some of the moms, you did your best, Habibi. This will not. You have to change your mentality if you want to be successful in industry. Okay? Are you going to be a real man? Or is it going to be another round of failure? And after the excitement is over, we are going to fade out. I believe in robotics. I know part of our defeat in Gaza is our lack of robotics. I know that I am the one who was talking you about Muhammad al-Zawari. Do you remember who he is? The one who provided the drones to the people in Palestine. Are you going to be a real man or not? فأجينا شباب, these clubs, those who are interested in soccer, get together and play. And for the soccer, I have something for you. Whenever you present, I will mention that at that time. Yalla, let's get, yes, Amjad, when I get started, when I go to work and eat.
I didn't want to make up a discussion, but about the robotics team, what I'm seeing, or what I'm, like, my point of view, and even if they did not win, it's fine. Like you just said, the first.
No, Habibi.
You just said, purpose of it, having fun and exercise.
I know. I said for the sports. not for the robotics.
So,
Robotics is knowledge,
so very, like having a couple of people.
not getting the last position. This is not acceptable. And I know why they got the last position. If they do not read the specs from the beginning and they are excluded from the beginning, don't make excuses for them. I'm sorry.
Not make excuses, but like it's fine, like that's.
No, it's not fine. No, I'm sorry. No. If you plant this mentality in them from an early stage, you are setting them to failure in their jobs. Those who are working in companies, if they have this mentality of being fragile and you try it and you don't have and be the best of yourself, this will put them nowhere. Listen to me. Please do not put them to failure. Do not plant this mentality inside them early on. Plant this mentality. The team who won, how many eyes do they have? And how many eyes do you have? How many hands do they have? How many hands do you have? Why they win and you do not? Okay? Be strong a little bit on our men. Yes, okay. Yeah. Okay. Stand up for it, being the cheerleader. Yalla, Ibrahim, you have 5 minutes maximum for basketball. Listen, ya shabab, someone is going to be talking, you have to listen. Yeah, you can see there. I got the camera on here.
Stand up, stand up. Said to stay here. Yeah, you just stand up.
Stand up.
Yalla, go Ibrahim.
Stand up, wait.
So
Walaikum salam.
okay, so far, we have started planning for the basketball team. And the first thing we need to do is hold tryouts. So as many people can attend, but not everyone is going to make the team. You have to have actual competitiveness and skill to be on the team, because not only does it take a lot of time from the coaches that we have that aren't getting paid, that are doing this for the sake of Allah. It also takes a lot of money for the tournaments, for the jerseys, everything. So if you want to come and try out, please do, but know that not everyone will make the team. So have intention with you trying it out. That's the first thing. Second thing, why are we doing the robotics or the basketball team? So after skipping TAMKEEN once for a basketball game, I got yelled at by Chef for I think a week straight, and I had a car ride back with him convincing me that basketball wasn't worth it. And then, alhamdulillah, I agreed, and I haven't skipped since. But I realized that
See, Ridwan, how important you are. I did not convince him. It was you who convinced him. I just yelled at him, but you convinced him, mashallah. I'm happy with this. Can you work on Omar Saeed as well?
So the main importance of the basketball team is that I realize that there's not any basketball teams over here that are Muslim. In New Jersey and other states, there's Muslim leagues with full.
This is why when I got someone from New Jersey, he defeated you here.
You did not have so we don't have any Muslim teams over here. And as someone that went and played it was even half Muslim, but even the Muslims there weren't committed to their deen as much as they were to basketball. So what I realized is that we need to have a Muslim team as much as we need to have any other robotics or any educational thing, because this will bring kids together. People that aren't yet ready to be like, oh, I'm enthusiastic for robotics. Maybe they're enthusiastic for basketball, soccer, things like that. So that will bring people in, and inshallah connect us more than going and spreading out to other teams.
Who's going to talk about the soccer team? Quick, y'all. What question?
When is the trial?
Age.
Whatever.
Okay, so age, inshallah, will be from 13 to 16. And then the requirements for trial, there's not going to be any requirements. Inshallah, we'll have it outdoors, so we won't need to pay for any indoor court. I think the requirements are please come with actual shoes. If you get injured, not my fault. And please don't come if you haven't touched a basketball in your life. That's the only requirement.
Can we get older than this? It has to be from 13 to 16.
So,
Someone like me, 16 and a half.
yeah, you look like you're 13 so far.
Okay.
Where's the trial?
So inshallah, we're still playing the tryouts, but they should be in about a month or so.
طيب, sounds good. يلا, soccer team. يلا شباب, let's see it. You are good like this.
Nobody wants to see it.
I don't want to screw you.
That's enough, bro.
يلا حسون.
Okay, so inshallah, we are planning on making a TAMKEEN soccer team because it came to our idea originally when people started missing TAMKEEN for soccer, and alhamdulillah, when I was in a soccer team, I was given the gift that my games were on Wednesday, alhamdulillah, and not Saturday. And we're planning on getting a team set up because I know a lot of people in TAMKEEN play soccer, but the problem is that they're constantly missing TAMKEEN for their soccer games. And we all know what this is eventually going to lead to. It's going to lead to problems, and this is not good. So we're planning on, yes, we're going to do the same thing. We're planning on making tryouts if, we're planning on making tryouts if we get over a limit of people or something. And as Ibrahim Karim said, if they invite us to soccer, ball, or basketball, please don't try out for us.
طيب, let me mention a couple of things. I promise that I'm going to say a few things. A couple of points. The first soccer team in TAMKEEN was girls, by the way, and it was coached by Fatma Mahfouz, and she was taking it very seriously. And even if you ask Mariam Ali, she was very young back then. If she would do something wrong, she had to go and do 10 push-ups. يعني Fatima, like, she was very strict. In the old days, our girls were active. And for sure, you play somewhere with full privacy. But again, some of those clubs, they are not only for the boys, they can be for the girls, and they can be fun, and they can keep you in shape. You want to get girls in your team while you're listening to your ad.
I remember something about the best.
Yes. Let me mention the other thing, Shabab. Hisham al-Darkiri in Islamic House. He has approached me and he said he has his Qaf school and he want to play against you. And he may be thinking of arranging from multiple groups, different masjids. But for sure, the discussion between me and him, what about the youth group that have question marks? And he agrees with me on these question marks. But again, at least from the Qaf school, and you know, Tacoma Masjid, you played with them soccer. So again, Shabab, you can start something big for soccer, basketball, where you can really expand your circle of influence to other masjids, okay? But the 2 points, girls are not excluded. You can have your soccer team. Can we get another coach who can really coach the girls how to play soccer and be strict so that, they do not end up, like, Hajar and Amatullah, they sneak out and no one feels. You see, I quote immediately. Whenever you are in the halaqah, there's a lot of light in the halaqah. You disappear, the halaqah is dark. But it's very easy to spot that you are not here. So girls are not excluded. Second one, you can really be doing something with other masjid. Quick, Ibrahim, we want to move on. Wait, okay, hold yourself a little bit. Let's move on. Quick, Ibrahim.
One thing quick about basketball is, Chef remind me, coach. We actually have a really good coach. He played 4 years of high school varsity, and he's very good at basketball, and he has coaching experience. So it's not like we're hiring random kids to come coach us.
Yes. And this is what I like, Ibrahim, about what you said. Some people in Taekwondo, I ask them, why don't you make Taekwondo and TAMKEEN? And they keep making excuses. Certification is certified, whatever. Ibrahim is not the one who is going to be doing the Taekwondo here. He looked and he reached out to someone who is already a coach who will be doing the job. So if you want to make something happen, you will make it happen. If you decide to be useless, you will be useless. Fishing. Yes, okay.
I have a question for Sudan.
Go ahead.
Just say it.
What's the age range for like the soccer?
What's
No, it can't be safe for basketball.
Okay, so we're not doing the same as basketball. We're doing a U14 team, so basically under 14 or 14.
Okay, and maybe we can talk about this detail and relax. أبو أخي, come here. And now يا شباب, the fishing club. And I am from Alexandria and I love to eat fish. When I was young, I was crazy about fishing. I loved fishing when I was young, and I know to do all the ties using the equipment in Egypt. They are different from here, by the way. The equipment and the ties, I used to do all of them. I was professional in them. In Egypt, I was crazy about fishing when I was young in Egypt. Now I have no interest in fishing at all. I do not see it make any sense to be holding the rod like this for 10 hours, making a fish to buy. Yes, I love to eat the fish. Okay?
Somebody has to provide it for you.
But someone has to do. Now I have, subhanAllah, from being crazy about fishing when I was young to now I have zero interest in nothing. Do I get it? 10 hours to get one fish? Let me go and buy it from the store. What? If the team expands and you go some trips next to rivers and in a boat going in the middle of the deep sea fishing, but once you grow the team, take me with me. Take me with you.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I'll take my laptop and I'll sit next to you, write in my article,
That won't
waiting
be
for
allowed.
the
That
fish.
won't be allowed. You'll have to do it. Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna convince you in short.
Okay.
So obviously, we're working on trying to build a fishing club. One of the first things that we're going to need is participants, right? We have a few. Mohammed Suleiman, I asked you to make sure that you get Adam and Amen inside of and any other interested parties. And inshallah ta'ala, it seems like there's quite a few of you who might be interested. I'll tell you, I agree with something Sheikh had said earlier about the purpose of what it is we do for recreation, right?
For food.
For food, for Sheikh. If we can feed him, I think we'll have a lot of line to do whatever we want to do. So let's make sure we feed him. But for fishing, it's a discipline, right? There's things that you can learn from. Patience is certainly one of them. Sheikh doesn't have that patience.
They burdened all my patience.
Patience is certainly one of them. I think, you know, I'm from this country. I'm born and raised here. Maybe some of you know that, maybe some of you don't. I do remember a time where people were skilled, right? If a mother asked her husband, she said, "Hey, I need a table," he would build a table. He would go out, get the lumber, he would build a table that would last a very long time, right? I'm from, you know, I'm not that old, but I do remember the remnants of people having skills. And what happens now, especially here in this country, in the Western world in general, is that people outsource their skills to other people. You outsource your protection to the police. You outsource your health to a healthcare system. How many people in here know CPR? Anybody? Okay, that's a lot of people. Alhamdulillah. Muslims are doing good. Alhamdulillah. You know CPR? Yeah. I'm gonna get a dog and gonna make you do it. I'm gonna preach about this and show it. We outsource our food. How many people here know how to fish? I know there's quite a few in here. Hasuna is one, Ramada's one, your brother is one too, right? How many people in here know how to hunt? Know how to hunt? Okay. So these are things that we outsource to other people, right? But these are things that I think that developing a fishing club, which could potentially, inshallah ta'ala, lead to much more in the future, maybe a year or so, lead to things like hunting, self-defense, things like this, things that, like he said earlier, men, are you going to succeed in what it is you do? Because you might find interest here in the beginning, but it will get difficult. There will be times where it's cold or hot, where you won't be catching anything, and you may be frustrated. But it is a skill that I think that each of you needs to learn how to build, inshallah ta'ala. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to get participants. How many people do we have here already interested in Fishing Club? Alhamdulillah. Muhammad Suleiman, I want all of these people, inshallah ta'ala, in that group. Inshallah ta'ala, by the end of, you know, the weekend, maybe. If you guys have seen the fishing committee on there, please join. And initially what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple of experienced people, Mark, your brother, Adam and Ayman, Hasunna, this is my superhero right here. This guy has climbed into the river twice with me to find fishing lures and bobbers that I lost. So thank you, I appreciate it. Get into the group. One of the first things, give me a second, get into the group. One of the first things that we have to do is get a number of people that we know are going to be committed to coming, and we can start fundraising for the equipment that we need. I'd like to see this happen within the next 2 to 3 weeks. That might be maybe a little bit more inspirational than, but hopefully we can make that happen in short time. Working with Brother Leah, and we will find a way to raise the funds to get the equipment. We have people. The day, inshallah ta'ala, throughout the school year will be Sunday. And when the school year is over, perhaps we can kind of move to another day or increase the number of days we do it, inshallah ta'ala. Does that sound good to everybody? Yeah. I really think that was trash. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
I'd like to see people get involved. I also know that my wife is interested in doing the same thing for the women.
Good.
Inshallah ta'ala, we'll probably move that, 30 days out from when we start for the boys, inshallah ta'ala. So we can
What
share.
about the salmon season?
Salmon season, we're going out Monday.
Okay.
Monday for that. If there's people who want to come to the land, inshallah ta'ala, I'm in contact with Muhammad.
Yeah, schools on Monday, most of them.
After school, who's ready after school? Inshallah ta'ala. I'll be there before. I'll probably pick all the fish before you get there. Inshallah ta'ala. Okay. I'm there.
So is it gonna be at the beginning as a fishing club and then that kind of activity is gonna be expanded for hunting?
Inshallah ta'ala, if we can, like Chef did, it depends on how much you guys want it. If you guys show up and people are really trying to become proficient at what it is we're doing, then we are going to scale that up, inshallah ta'ala. We're going to learn how to hunt. Now, these things take time. We also do have to probably get waivers from your parents. I need to figure out some details about whether we can get a group licensing like the Boy Scouts or something like that, or whether I have to get licensed for everybody independently. But that is definitely the goal, for us to not outsource these skills, to have skilled fishermen, anglers, builders, hunters, men who can do. Nobody likes a man with a weak handshake.
That's so great.
Nobody likes a man who hasn't screwed something in there. So when you shake his hand, it feels like wet noodles.
Yeah.
Right? So we want men, build men, and all of you seem like you want to be that, inshallah ta'ala, and I'm just glad that I can be a part of it. Any other questions?
So a quick question, if it's okay, I'm just asking, how many people actually own a fishing boat? Let us know how many people they're coming for no reason, standing on the side.
That's part of that's a part of the program is we're going to provide equipment for, but first we need to get numbers. How many people are going to be there? That is going to determine how much equipment we actually need, inshallah ta'ala. Good question. Anybody else? You seem like you got a lot of questions. No? Not for, oh, subhanAllah, not for me? Okay. He has no questions for me, but I got answers for you later on. Okay, I think that's all I have.
Jazakallah khair, and I'm looking forward for the fish. We're looking for a lot of fish. And let me tell you something else, ya shabab. I have a picture of Noor. I'm sure Noor was there. I'm sure Omar was there. Was it 10 years ago? 10 years ago, I have this picture where we went to a lake fishing. And even I remember after this, who remembers Brother Sufi? Your father was with us in the first time. Second time, who remembers Brother Sufyan? He still remember Brother Sufyan, subhanallah, he took the boys 10 years ago or more fishing. And I was amazed at Brother Sufyan, how patient he was. Boys, they do nothing but tangling, the whatever the rods or the lines together. And he very patiently untangles them. The boys go, it tangles again. And they come to him and he ties again. And I remember it was a lot of fun for them, except for Mustafa.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone was catching fish except Mustafa, he caught zero.
No one was
Zero, Mustafa. The second time, people didn't catch. And Mustafa caught 7 fish. And he started to, and he gave me an amazing khatira of how Allah can be testing you by holding, the risk from you and then opening it up for you the next time. Yes, Father. You want to know the girls? You want to take this? You don't know how to catch. Press and hold.
Okay,
Listen يا شباب.
I just want to
I get
say,
reduced.
girls, we've had a running group for a while, actually. We've been doing it for about 2 years now. So if girls are interested, we have a running group that meets every Sunday in the morning.
Sunday in the morning, this is actually good.
So we do
I
running,
love this that girls are here running Sundays in the morning.
and during the summer, we also do other sports like tennis, soccer, different things. So just
Yes.
if the girls are
So
interested.
please expand and get more people. And this is why sometimes I cannot go very early in the to the land on Sundays. طيب Yusuf, robotics.
Ya Allah.
Give me the microphone, Fatima. Fatima. No, you need to throw it the right way. Try. I will catch. Ah! How much time do you need for the robotics? Okay. Should I and robotics is for boys, correct? Should I get the girls to the park or what?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. Any girl is interested in robotics because it's gonna take long time. Right. Bennett, can you make sure everything is clean outside and go to the van?
Say, hey, guys. 45 minutes. I'm an honest man.
Yusuf.
Yusuf? Yusuf. Shabab.
We turn off the projector.
Maybe you got the thing behind you.
Slides.
Oh, you have slides.
Shabab, I'm gonna be following you on the records. Omar. Can you just give me the computer?
Yeah, I can't see.
شباب شباب can give it to you شباب I will wait for cash card, okay? شباب عمر يوسف هي
I don't know if this matters or not. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum, guys. Nah, Harry. MashaAllah, even before the presentation, everyone is already so hyped for robotics, guys. SubhanAllah. Alright. Before I get into the presentation, I do want to mention a couple things about the team. So our robotics team is named the TAMKEEN, and we've been competing for 2 years now, alhamdulillah, and this will be our 3rd year. We compete in a competition called FTC, First Tech Challenge, which yearly in early September, they announce a competition, and the goal of the robotics is to create a robot that best fits that competition and is able to score the most points.
Oh, me.
All right. Obviously, you'll have the hardware for the robot, creating the robot to do tasks such as raising or moving horizontally or vertically. But you also as well have the software aspect, coding the robot to move forward or stray. or coding the robot to move a viper up or
in other companies, they use CAD for parts on planes, things like that. CAD is also used for a robot to test things before we buy those things. So we know, will these parts fit on a robot? Will these things work with the dimensions for the game? Things like
لا
that.
مريم هتشتغل شوية.
How gears move, if they work well together, and if the ratios are correct in the CAD. So CAD is a very, very useful tool, and it's important that we use it properly for these competitions.
Another aspect of FTC is not only just a competition, but outreach. This includes contacting your local community, having public presentations just like this, because FTC doesn't just look at your technical skills. They look at your ability to present and make an actual difference. You can be the best coder or best person at hardware, but if you're not able to present your ideas, do they really matter? And then lastly, obviously, you have the competition. The competition, as I said earlier, is announced early September, and teams will, from September to December, try to build a robot that best fits the competition, as well as trying to maximize the amount of outreach they can do. Like, for example, for our team, we went to multiple mosques last time, and we also did stuff along that line. So, yeah. All right, so this was the team last year. I'm the head of outreach. Yunus isn't here today, but he's the head of hardware. We have Zuhair, who is the head of software, and Ibrahim over here, who's the head of CAD. And we got our coach, Omar, right over here.
Oh, wait, what about the new team?
Who cares about the Yanni?
I'm not important yet.
I don't know, actually, I don't think it's fair. So I did want a slide that
I
just
don't wanna
had
be
all the new team members. So inshallah, alhamdulillah, we got Yassine Morgan to join us on the team.
They're actually right here. Okay.
Yeah. Ahmed Hassan and Aris. Wow, mashallah, they're all, guys, stand up. Mashallah. All right. I'm sure everyone is well aware of our team shortcomings over the last 2 years. Inshallah, these people smart enough to fix it. Just wanna, and alhamdulillah, we also have one other member. He doesn't come to TAMKEEN yet, inshallah. His name is Mikael. He will also be joining Zuhair in software. But yeah, so real quick about software. Obviously, you just do all the basic software development stuff. This is some of the specifics which we really don't need to go into, but we mainly program in Java. So there's two things you can code the robot with. There's Java and there's block programming. Block programming, it's much easier, but are you really learning as much? And you won't be able to do as much with a robot as you would with, your Java program. So it's why we do Java. And then everything's on GitHub. You learn all the Git commands. It's actually very important when it comes to software development. And then all the programming happens on Android Studio. Yeah, I don't think there's many software interested people here, especially amongst the youth. So I guess we'll be
That man out of here.
Yeah, if you guys want more information about that, you can just talk to me later. But
Okay, I actually already talked about this, so if you can skip to the hardware. I already talked. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have two different claw designs, or three actually. There's this one, and this one. So actually, we ran into a problem when I was CADing this. If you see over here, I had made these two different parts. So one of our old coaches, or the coach of the old girls team, actually was the one 3D printing it and slicing it. So once he saw that I had done that, he actually corrected me, and I learned a lot from that mistake, making sure our parts are connected so that they don't fall apart in the middle of our match. And then if you see over here, CAD is very important for the robot because these things you can't buy online. You can't just find them and be like, oh, this is perfect for our robot. We made these things. So for example, this claw was used for, was this the one that we raised with or grabbed?
grab you.
This is the one that we grabbed from the.
You know why you're asking me. Oh yeah, this one raised, that one grabbed.
Yeah, okay, so this one raised objects in a vertical motion up to what's it called? The basket. And this one would grab things from inside of the submersible where there's something blocking you from entering the submersible. So it was important that we use our 4-stage Viper, which extends, and then these claws, which were perfect, that fit inside of the grooves of these boxes to grab them and take them out. So I'm not in charge of hardware. Our main building the robot were the size requirements, and this was actually one of our biggest stumps this season. So an important part of the competition is making sure you can fit in the size requirements, and like I mentioned, 4-stage Viper. This would and we had thought that it would fit inside of the everything before we went into the competition. He did a very good job of making sure that this 4-stage Viper was actually able to move in every direction, and that was very, very important to our competition. Another thing that he was able to make was something that could raise you up, hold on to something, so that you would be suspended in the air. And the hardware was very, very great this past season, other than a couple of shortcomings that we had, like I mentioned.
Yeah, just to add on to Ibrahim a little bit, we've been talking about the actual competition thus far, but if you look at the picture on my right and your left, this is what the actual competition looks like. So you're grabbing stuff from that center box and then you're dragging it up and putting it somewhere. And this is kind of where the robot design came in. We had a claw here and an arm here. This claw here would go inside there and it would grab these bricks, as you can see in that picture here. And then we have this arm here that raises up, and then this Viper would go up and place the box in the basket.
Yeah, so one challenge that we face is like, first of all, we need to grab something from this inner box, right? Which has this lip over here, stopping things from really grabbing it, right? And then we need to deliver something all the way to a basket at the top, right? So these are like obviously two different directions, right? So if you try to make one mechanism